Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Eternal Flames. My name's Blaze and we're doing ThaumCraft tutorials. So in recent tutorials we've done a lot. We've done some alchemy, we've done some basic golemancy, we've done a little bit of this and that and given you guys some insight into a few things that are going to let you kind of take off into higher realms. But now we're about to get to the heart of all this. This is going to be the most complex thing we have done to date, and it's because it's going to get really feisty. We gotta be very careful about what we're doing, because similar to when we first used the cauldron in alchemy, it's gonna be a bit hectic. So first thing we're gonna do is make a runic matrix. These shards are thankfully interchangeable, so we could use fire, water, doesn't matter. For this we're just gonna use water because it's what I had a lot of. Once you make it, you're going to want to grab your wand as well. We need to build something very specific. Now, I've got some extra blocks on me, thank goodness, because otherwise I could not finish this construction. But we're going to go downstairs here, and you'll notice I have a very, very symmetrical room built right now. Now, there's actually a reason for that, and we'll get into that in just a second. But first things first, let's kind of get this up and going first. So, one runic matrix in place. We need to destroy these blocks. And they're made of wood. We can use our axe. Okay. So, this has to be built a very specific way, and we're going to go over that right now. You need a pedestal in the center, which you will get the recipe for when you get your runic matrix for Arcane Infusion. You will need arcane stone bricks, which you should also already have the recipe for via good old-fashioned, I thought it was alchemy, but apparently I was wrong. Apparently it's artificing. Yep, artificing, right there. Very easy, very simple to make. Same thing with, you know, bricks and all that fun stuff. So you're going to need 4 bricks, 4 stone, a pedestal, and the runic matrix. Now if you notice, I've got it set up to where the runic matrix is floating 1 block above the pedestal. That's a key thing, because we're going to need to put stuff on that pedestal. But before we put stuff on that pedestal, let's make a quick change to things. With a click of our wand... Oh. That's bothersome. I think it's because those are there. No, it's not. Why is this not working? Hold on, let me refer to my Thaumonomicon real quick. We go into artificing, and it actually shows us how to build the altar right here. So pedestal in the center, got that. Arcane stone brick, I believe we have that. Stone brick. Yeah, that's pretty dead on. Okay, so then we need empty space. We got that. Everything's empty, right? Yep, everything's empty. So what am I missing? I am missing... That's what I'm missing. 25 of every element. So, what I need to go do is I need to go fill up my wand just a little bit, and I will be right back so I can do this. You always gotta remember to refill your wand before doing stuff, otherwise things just don't work. So I'll be right back. Okay, that didn't take too long. Sorry about that. I like to leave in a little bit of human error every now and again, because I'm human just the same as you guys are, and you guys are probably doing this in survival. Thankfully my gold wand boss greatwood wand or band or my gold capped greatwood wand allows me a little bit of a discount, but not enough here that's gonna matter too much. We need 25 of every form of viz, or at least the essential 6 that we use, to be able to make this work. And with a click of my wand, again, boom. Ah, look at that. Now if you notice, it's definitely gotten a very unique look. Like, this doesn't look like it belongs in Minecraft. Something's obviously kind of tweaked here, but that's okay. So, we need to put down our essentia. And I'm basically going to be doing a recipe here called the Pickaxe of the Core. It's a very simple recipe, but we need to talk about a couple of important things. So, oh, apparently I had some tendril on me. That's a thing. Anyways, so a couple of things we need to talk about. First off, if you notice, my room is very symmetrical. This actually deals with what you saw just a second ago, instability. Now, whenever we create anything using this form of creation, there is a chance for instability. What is instability? Well, basically our matrix starts going crazy and weird events happen. You can get sick. It can cause the fusion to fail. It can cause items to turn into flux. It can outright create flux, or it can even cause explosions. These are all very, very bad. It could just outright kill you. Now, how do you prevent instability? Well, by stabilizing. How do you stabilize? Well, quite literally, you're gonna find out in just a second. Check this out. So, we're gonna need to put something in the center here. This is gonna be what we're gonna create. So obviously we're turning this pickaxe into a pickaxe of the core. So we're going to need, a couple other elements. We're going to need great wood. We're going to need 1 diamond. We're going to need 1 fire shard on either side. Now, if you notice, there's a very peculiar placement here. Why am I putting it directly across? Well, that's where symmetry comes intact. The more symmetry you add to this, the more stable it's going to be. Now, if you notice, my jars are not symmetrical, obviously. It's like, we're just going to put these right here. That is because it is unnecessary. Jars are one of the things that will not affect the symmetry and therefore not affect the stability. Pedestals will affect your stability, so you want to keep your pedestals as carefully placed as possible. Candles will, which you can make via magic tallow, something gratefully made. Oh, I just pulled a recipe. You can do by magic tallow, which is used by doing rotten flesh and a little bit of magic in a cauldron. Basic alchemy, right? Simple enough recipe. This can also work with heads. Any head will work. Zombie head, creeper head, player head, any of those. But we also need to talk about crystals. Now, crystals, not these crystals, or at least not these crystals in particular. We're talking about crystal clusters. Now, crystal clusters are pretty simple. I thought there was a recipe here. Apparently, I was mistaken. These crystal clusters are... I made another recipe by accident. I'm just full of surprises. These crystal clusters are basically made by taking 6 of these crystals and putting them together. And you can pretty much place them around similar to these. Now, here's the thing. Everything has to be a 180 of what the opposite is. So, a 180 of this, if we were going in a circle, would be over here. Directly across. Now, couple of you are probably going, does that mean you shouldn't put it here? No, you should not put it there. That will cause instability. Now, before we go any further, there's something else I need to mention, okay? And then we're going to start this bad boy up and you guys are going to see it in action. You are going to need a required amount... Nice job, Blaze. A required amount of essentia. In this case, for what we're doing, we need 8, 8, and 8. Pretty simple, easy to keep track of. Other recipes are going to require far, far greater. Such as if you're doing Blightbuster, the Totem of Dawn is going to require, well, quite a bit. On top of some very expensive stuff. Second off, from the pedestal onward, it's going to go out approximately 12 blocks. Which means instability will register with the candles, with the heads or anything, 12 blocks away. Now, if you notice, this room is not 12 blocks long. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blocks in every direction, meaning it is approximately half of the total size that this thing will register. On the contrary, it will register 5 high above the pedestal. So if we were in this room, 1, 2, 3, 4, the ceiling being 4, and right above the ceiling being 5. And then down 10, which means you could technically put an entire room of candles symmetrically below this to make it perfectly stable all the time. Theoretically. Now, so long as your ingredients are stable, so long as your items are stable, and so long as you have all the stuff you require, you do not need to worry about how much viz your wand has. You need simply click and watch the magic happen. Also, so long as you have goggles or revealing, you'll be able to see the amount of essentia being drawn into the project. Now, there's no lightning, no extra sparks. Right now, it's all pretty stable. Okay, that went in, that went in, that went in, and that went in. And finally, boom. Simple, easy peasy. Now, I mentioned instability and problems and stuff like that. Well, let's see, what that looks like. I'm not a fan of what I'm about to do, because this could actually cause flux, death, a number of other problems. So we're going to break a couple candles, create some basic instability, right? And if you notice, we obviously don't have enough viz here, so it won't even start up because we just don't have enough viz for whatever we're trying to create. So that's a thing. But let's see what all we can create. Let's let's make a... what do we want to make? I'm actually not completely sure. I would do another pickaxe to the core, but you know what? I'm hoping you guys will just take my word on it. It'll actually cause a bunch of problems, and honestly, I don't want to cause a bunch of flux in my laboratory. Yes, I call it a laboratory. Just take my word that the more stable it is, the better. And keep in mind that it's 180, meaning from here is going to be all the way in that corner. From here is going to be right across the way. Also, for the record, these pedestals are really badass looking, and I like using them in other parts of my building as well. Like, I actually put one of our first pickaxes, which was kind of a goof, over here. Look at that. Just awesome. Also, if you want to put stuff directly on the pedestal, not on the pedestal, you can shift click, and it'll just plop it on. On the contrary, if you just right click, you'll get... oh. That little animation, which is the rotation of the item. Maybe you want to show off something, show you're a badass. I would. I mean, after all, our wooden pickaxe of truth. Okay, hope this tutorial has been helpful in some way or another. Hope you guys have a basic idea of what to do, and keep in mind the sheer dynamic of how far this goes. 12 out from the base, so from here, 12 in any direction, or 12 in that direction, 5 high, and 10 below, which means be very careful about placing like candles and stuff below or above this altar. It can get tricky. Okay, that's gonna be it for me. Hope this has been helpful. You guys take care, stay safe, stay well. If you like this, hit that like button, let us know. Hopefully we've done good by you. If you didn't, tell us why in the comments. That's important. We need to learn, and the best way we're going to learn is if you guys tell us what we did wrong. So, let us know. Maybe you want to see more tutorials. Maybe you haven't been with us since the get-go, and you want to know, what all you missed. Well, that's also, here on our channel, and feel free to take a look through. Maybe you want to see some of our cool series like Blightfall or Fallout 4. In which case, maybe subscribe. Check out all the cool videos that we have up on the daily basis. Okay, take care, stay safe, stay well, and just remember, this is about the only time you're going to find a build that is absurdly OCD about the room and less about the direct construction. Later, everybody. Bye. Okay, I'm getting some more Essentia. Ooh,